Yeah. The Big Young Podcast.
AI intro.
Let's go. Real stories, real people, that's the way. From bottom to the top, watch us elevate. Every struggle made us stronger, now we celebrate. Diamonds forth from pressure, man, we never break. Open mind, open ears, that's the recipe. Different paths, same hustle, that's the legacy. Stack wisdom like I'm stacking all these Benjamins. Every setback just to set up for the win.
This is the awkward part. You just sit here and wait for the intro.
The Big Young Podcast.
You don't mind the sound of your own voice?
Oh,
that's good.
Bit dicey at times.
All right, episode almost 15, I think. I think this might be 15.
Maybe.
Just going to adjust that. We've got TJ, the legend, in the hot seat. I only say that because we referred to you as that in one of, whose episode was that in?
That was in Gunsy's.
Gunsy. Yeah. Shout out Gunsy. So before we say anything, what I want to say to you is I'm very proud of what you've achieved with your photography over the last few years.
Yeah.
It's been really rad to watch. And I told you that early on. I said it takes a lot to do this shit.
Mm.
And you can help 100 different people.
Yeah.
And they don't run with it.
Yeah.
And they go, nah, it's too hard.
Yeah.
But watching your progress from how long have I known you? Like 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, like 3 years, I think. Yeah.
From the start to now?
Yeah.
Not just with your work, like your photography work, but like the business side and the hustle.
Yeah.
Before we say anything, I just want to say how proud I am of him because he's been absolutely crushing it, and it's
No, I couldn't have done it without you though, for sure. Like that was. And
I don't want any praise, but I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing to see.
Thank you, bro.
Because it takes, as you found out, it does take a lot.
Yeah, it does.
To get to that point.
Yeah, for sure.
And every time I see you post on Instagram and you're like working and doing it, I'm like. It's that, you see that meme where it's like, I can't remember what the scene is, and it's like when you see your mates out there like doing it, whatever. I can't remember the actual movie scene. It's that. I'm like, yes.
Was it Matthew McConaughey or something? Maybe something like that. Yeah.
So introduce yourself to you don't have to look at the camera if you don't want to. I know you're used to it.
Yeah. Tell
the people who you are and what you do.
I'm TJ Glover or Tyler. I guess I'm just finding my way in life. I guess. I don't know if I fall into a category, but been a photographer, videographer for the past like 2-3 years. And I don't know, just trying to work my way through life, I guess.
Just hustling. Or CJ is his other name.
CJ, apparently.
As we found out on a shoot the other week.
Yeah.
I don't know why they have to change everybody's name, but it's funny. Yeah. No,
like it.
And I wanted to have you on because I kind of wanted to pick your brain and sort of see where you're at after, I guess, that journey that you've been going on with the photography, the videography stuff, but then also having just been and travelled for how long? 10 months
10
or something?
Yeah.
And now coming back to New Zealand. So I just sort of wanted to get your take, I guess, on, the way you see things and sort of where you're at in life after, I guess you kind of went through a bit of a pretty big change in that sense, eh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been crazy. Like from the start, I guess.
Well, if you want to tell some of your story, how old are you?
27.
Yeah, so you're getting there. You've done some living.
Yeah.
If you you grew up here.
I grew up in Dunedin, born and raised in Dunedin. Went to school down there, and then worked straight out of school. I guess you could call it a bit of a dead end job. It was just like doing the easy route, basically.
What was it?
I was working as a chef for a catering company. Yeah, catered for some big names, to be fair. Elton John, Kendrick Lamar.
What?
Yeah.
You're full of secrets.
Ed Sheeran. Got to meet Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, but when you say a chef, it's not like you weren't like a qualified chef. You
not qualified, but the spot we were in, sometimes they'd get you to run jobs. So it was pretty cool.
Can't call that dead end. Offend all the chefs out there.
Sorry. I guess when I say that, I mean like I didn't see like that was my life,
It was just a job.
I was just doing it to for sure. Yeah. I was just doing it to survive, and I guess it was the easy way that I didn't want to jump into the polytech thing or the uni thing straight out of school because I wasn't like set on anything, and I knew that I didn't want to get into debt. So yeah, that was basically
smart, man.
Basically, took some time to figure out what was up, and yeah,
Debt as in like student loans.
yeah, student loans. Yeah.
It's brutal, when you see all these crew go to uni, and
Yeah.
they come out and there's like no prospects for them
Yeah.
work-wise, and they're like, sweet, now I'm like 50 grand in debt or whatever. I don't even know what the amounts are, but
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
so you had that foresight then to not go down that route.
Pretty much, yeah. It was pretty hard because I had 10 or 12 of my really good mates. They all went into quantity surveying in Polytech, I believe. And yeah,
Like they all did the same thing.
all did the same course, bro. And you know, I was like, oh, I don't really even know what QSing is. Do I really want to commit to that? And I was like, oh, maybe. But
What are the odds though of a whole group of friends just
Bro,
wanted
it was
to do
just-
the same thing?
it was literally just like all the boys, you know, it was easy because one guy was doing it, so another would do it. And I could be wrong, but I believe only 2 of those guys still work in that field.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
It's like they were just like, like you say, like one of them was like, oh, this looks pretty strange.
It was
Let's just
basically
jump
that.
in this, get a
Yeah.
paycheck.
Yeah.
Interesting.
it was basically
So
that.
you went the other way. You were like,
Basically, yeah. I had a job in school. It was the same job, but I was just working, you know, in weekends and school holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And I just ended up going full time in that. So yeah,
all right. It's kind of how it goes though. When you leave school, you it's sort of like, you know, whatever you stumble upon.
Yeah.
I left school and went and worked at Woolworths.
yeah, exactly.
You know, it was like a job was a job, money
Yeah.
was money. It
Yeah,
was like you're too young to even like think about
Definitely. Yeah.
what you actually want to do long term.
Yeah. I was spending every paycheck. I was just spending it on stuff.
Yeah, as you do. That's interesting though that you had that foresight to not go down the route of like uni.
yeah.
All that shit. It really it's so many people get. I mean, not pushed into it by their parents and stuff, but like, you know,
Yeah.
I feel like that ship has kind of sailed.
Yeah. I
All
don't
these
know.
degrees that are just useless.
Yeah, they are to be. Yeah. I mean, not saying that all of them are, but yeah, it seems a lot of people have them and they're still struggling,
Interesting.
you know.
So then what?
After that, after chefing, so I chefed and I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. My old man he's a geospatial analyst. He's just been grinding his own company he's been into drones since I was like 4 years old.
Proper big drone guy.
Yeah, the first drone he bought, I think, was $30,000, and it was like almost 2 meters long, and it flew for less than 10 minutes per battery.
He's an OG drone man.
He's an OG.
Far out.
He moved to, we all moved to Malaysia when I was 10. Moved there because he got offered a contract to fly drones. So yeah, 2007, 2008, we were living in Malaysia. And so that's how OG he is in the drone game.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
man.
think you posted a photo ages ago of you at that age in Malaysia.
Yeah, side by side with my brother. Yeah, he came over, so we replicated a few photos.
Trippy. So then, so you did the chef thing.
Did the chef thing, got in with my old man and started working for him for free, essentially. Just trying to get out of, get into something that I could really be proud of. And then COVID hit, just locked everything down.
Oh, so that was only 5 years ago?
Yeah. That was,
Interesting.
2020. I got into some computer teaching as well for a company, just people that had had a rough start in life, people that were in the workforce, suffered head trauma, and were trying to learn computers again. So it was basic stuff, but, teaching Excel, teaching emails and stuff like that. And teaching those guys. So those were my 2 jobs. And COVID hit and they basically all stopped. So,
All right.
yeah.
So you were working for your old man and doing that.
Yeah.
And did you ever, did you always feel like, how old would you have been then? You would have only been early 20s.
Yeah, like 20, 21. Yeah.
Do you think you've always had the feeling of like finding your thing?
I have, but I just haven't. I never know what it is, I want to find it.
I went through that exact thing, and I'm not saying like the photography and stuff is your thing,
Yeah.
but for me, I was exactly the same. Like I left school at 15,
Yeah.
and I had so many different jobs. I lost count of them.
Yeah.
But I always knew there was something. I'm like, I know I'm going to find my thing. You know, like I never had that when I was at school. I never had that future thought. I was just like, I don't know, see where the wind blows me.
Yeah, for sure.
But I always had the feeling in the back of my mind, and I think that's why watching you go through all this journey, it kind of reminds me of me doing it 10, however many years ago, you know,
Yeah.
at that similar age. And I think it was my mid-20s when I like got a camera.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit,
This is it.
this might be it.
That's it.
And when you combine that with shooting snowboarding,
Yeah.
I remember just being like, this might be that moment.
Yeah.
But it's just, that's why I ask, because I'm like, is that just a feeling that I experience? But there's a certain percentage of people,
Yeah.
like, I reckon most people probably have it,
I think so.
but they do get stuck in that, like you say, that job or,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's like, they're just like, okay, that's what I do. That's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet. Next minute they're retired.
Yeah.
You know, they've spent
Yeah.
their whole life just doing.
And there's so many people like hounding them, like, you know, this is the right way. This is the way to do it. This is how we've done it for generations, and this is how you should do it. And yeah.
Yeah, that generation. We've talked about that
Yeah.
off the podcast
Many times.
about you know, not so, you know, parents or grandparents being like, well, this is what we did, so this is how you do it. This is what you have to do.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
just
for
like, I don't want to live like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting though. It's that feeling, of like there's something.
I don't know if it's. I've talked so many times about this, but I don't know if it's better to just be like blasé about life. It would be so much simpler, you know. Just be like, yep, this is what it is. But for me, I was always trying to find something, but I couldn't find it. But yeah, photography's.
Might not be the thing, but it's one of them.
Oh, dude, it's definitely
Because I can see it. So from like when I first met you, and I could see it, seeing like, okay, like he's got some talent.
Yeah.
And again, watching that where you've come from then 3 years ago to now,
Yeah.
like with your work and the way you're doing things, it's kind of like confirmation for me. Like my intuition was right. You know?
yeah, for sure.
This guy. Yeah. Like I said, I had that same thing where I was like, I don't know, it's just a feeling, eh?
It is, man. It is.
And I remember that moment, and it was about, I think I was in my mid-20s, you know, and we started like doing a lot of traveling and stuff too, where that's where it happened.
Yeah.
And I remember I brought a first like sort of proper camera,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and I just loved the idea.
Yeah.
Like it's funny because I look back on some of those photos
Yeah.
that I thought were like bangers, and I'm like,
Oh,
dude,
yeah, it's
what was I thinking?
I know, dude.
But that's the journey.
Yeah, yeah,
that's the
for sure,
journey.
for sure.
You know? But yeah, I see so many people that they get to like I say, like a later stage in life, or that stage, like mid-20s, because it's kind of, especially with dudes, man, that's when that frontal lobe forms, and you go, hang on,
Yeah. Something's not
there's
right.
something more to this shit than this, you know, like you say, just this job or whatever they're doing, whatever their circumstances are. And I feel like if you're lucky enough to find the thing,
Yeah.
that can either become a career you love,
Yeah. Yeah.
or a job, whatever you want to call it, you know, and that you're actually passionate about, you're pretty lucky.
Definitely. Yeah.
You realize so many people never find that.
Yeah. It's sad, man. It's yeah. It's
The other thing I've found too is like talking to people about it, having experienced it, and seeing them, they either run with it,
Yeah.
make something happen, or
Yeah.
they just shut off,
Yeah.
and they're just like, you know, the whole like easy for you to say crowd or whatever, where they just lock themselves off to it,
for sure.
and they're like, nah, this is my part. I'm just gonna stick to this shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been good to watch, but it's good to know that it's a similar feeling that you can when you're like
Definitely.
searching, like what's my thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What's my thing?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just, for me, it was like after building, I was so beaten down that there wasn't, it wasn't even an option to stay building. It was like, I have to just do this.
Yeah, we skipped that part. So how did you go the building route?
Sorry. So, so COVID happened, and did the lockdown in Dunedin. Then we moved up to Wanaka, and that was kind of the goal was, I was like, okay, I've got to fix my mindset. Working down there and lockdown and stuff, I got into I guess like I wasn't taking care of myself. Yeah, and
Physically or mentally or both?
both, all of it. So since then, dropped like 27 kilos as of today, which is cool.
No shit. So
Yeah,
you were like chunky boy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'll show you a photo later. It was
Trippy.
Yeah, but yeah. So I was like, okay, Wanaka, you know, it's the outdoorsy vibe. I'll be able to work. I'll work an outdoors job. So I just started applying for jobs, and I was down fishing. I was up here on holiday with my family, and we were down in Kids Bush, and there was a few tourists, and they had got their van stuck, and so we pulled up. My old man had his Land Rover, and we started hooking them up. And then this guy Joel Corey, shout out Joel, he pulled up as well, and so we both our utes, we pulled them out, and he was area manager of a building company, and yeah, he's just like, oh, we're actually looking for an apprentice, and yeah, that was that. Was signed on.
The universe provides.
Universe provides.
It steers you through life if you look for the
opportunities. Yeah. So yeah, that was it. Came up, had an interview, and then moved to Wanaka like 2 weeks later.
All right, so that was around 2020.
That was just after the first lockdown, because we did the second lockdown in Wanaka.
Which was 2021?
I think like the start, maybe.
That whole period is just a blur.
It's a blur, yeah, right, yeah.
Just write those years off.
For sure.
Interesting. So then, apprenticeship, 4 years, 3 years?
Yeah. 4 years, and then I was just, I don't know, it was like, when I had the idea to build, I was like, okay, this is when my life falls into place. This is when it's like, you do the building, you get the house. Like, that was my mindset. I was like, yeah, I'll just do this the rest of my life.
Do you think there was an inkling in you that thought maybe that was your thing?
Oh, dude, I think I convinced myself it was. But, I mean, in school, I didn't care about hard materials or anything.
Yeah, it's interesting that. And the funny thing is I got offered, like, especially when I was a young fella, I got offered many apprenticeships. Yeah. And for whatever reason, I had enough clarity to sit back and be like, no.
Yeah.
Because I would always envision that future of, like, not saying that you get stuck if you do a trade, but it's a skill set that you learn and you get that magic ticket that says you know how to build houses. Yeah. So you're kind of silly to not follow that path. Yeah. But I remember, like, you know, when I was real young, I got offered a mechanics apprenticeship. Okay. My old man's a lifelong mechanic. He's retired now, but he was being a mechanic from 15 to 65. And he was like, it's your decision. He's like, I would not recommend you become a mechanic.
Oh, okay.
He's like, trust me. Because I loved cars when I was young.
Yeah.
And I took his advice and I said no. And then over the years, I got offered building apprenticeship, electrical apprenticeship, something else I can't remember. But for whatever reason, I had that foresight to might have been a stupid decision.
No.
But I think it was because I had that open-ended, like, vision for life of, like, I don't actually want to get stuck doing this.
For sure.
Even though, like, it's a hard one to look back on. Like, was it a good decision? I don't know.
And it becomes so hard because once you're qualified and you're making that, you know, whatever they $75, $100 an hour, to then U-turn and do something else, it's like, that's silly because, you know.
Yeah, that would have been a big step for you.
Yeah, dude, But it was the universe, man. Like, it happened how it happened. So,
do you think you just kind of followed your gut? I mean, because so what? You did 4 years to get your ticket.
So I did 3 years at this company, and then I don't want to get into too much, but a guy came and basically people didn't really bond with him. I think 6 guys left within 3 weeks. And these dudes were the dudes that were like, these were my mates, you know. So they all left and I was there by myself, and I just was like, well, this is kind of, I was too scared to take the leap to do something else. I wasn't happy at all, but I was like comfortable, if that makes sense.
Were you qualified at that point?
No.
Shit. So you were just still on that apprenticeship grind?
Yeah.
And even at that point, you were like doubting things?
Yeah, oh, dude, massively. It sucked. I was literally the only one that he wasn't like he wasn't a nice dude.
workplace dramas and politics, that happens everywhere.
Yeah.
That's interesting that it pushed you to that point where you started to like question it.
I was so like miserable at it. And dude, I don't know if it was fate, but I was so fed up, and the weekend came, there was a skate competition out at Northlake. And so I went out there and did a trick, and I just pressed too hard on my tail. My board popped up and I snapped 3 of my fingers. I got like a widow's, they call it like a widow break or something. It's where the tendon snaps off your right here on this knuckle. I think it's like a widow or something like that anyways.
Doesn't sound nice, whatever it is.
I got a photo of, my hands. But anyways, snapped these 3 fingers back. And that was, I was, okay, well, so I actually had a trip booked in 7 weeks' time to the States over summer. And so ACC, I was off for 8 weeks. So it was, 7 weeks of that and then straight off to the States. So that was a good chunk of time away from the building. And that was just like the clarity that I needed,
What happened in those 7 weeks away? Do you think that
it was
like leading up to that point? Did you have a camera, or had you been interested in doing the photo stuff?
Yeah, I had. I went to the States the year before, and my dad gave me a DSLR. It was a Canon X3.
Shout out, Dad.
Yeah, shout out, Dad. It was a Canon X3 crop sensor DSLR, a couple kit lenses, and I was like, why? Like, I've got my phone. I don't want to lug this thing around. And so I took it, and I did a few days, and I never looked at the footage or anything. I took one SD card the whole trip, a 32 gig, and it didn't even fill up. But yeah, took those photos, and I got back and I kind of printed them off and edited them really bad. But I was like, these are sick.
Interesting.
These are cool.
Do you think it was the because you were going somewhere new traveling that sparked that interest in capturing it?
I think it was like the photos were so bad, dude. Like, I didn't know what shutter speed was. I didn't know anything.
Naturally.
I was like, why is this? I didn't understand why it was so blurry, but now I look at it and it's like what those photos mean to me. Like, I can picture every photo, and I know exactly what I was doing in that moment, to get that blur or
far out.
So
capturing a moment in time, eh?
Dude, those photos to me are they're my favorites.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So when was that? That was
2022.
Okay.
2022, yeah.
Far out. The reason I asked is because I think that was one of the main things that perked my interest for it, was the travel and the new places, and it gives you a reason to capture something because it's different.
Yeah, for sure.
It was that, and like I say, like the snowboarding stuff as well. But it's just an interesting, if you talk to a lot of people that go down this path with photography or videography, and there's always like a catalyst that kicks it off. Yeah. So like your dad giving you a camera right before going on a trip. Yeah. And then you having the moment of being like, hang on.
Yeah.
What is this all about? I like this stuff. Yeah, it's interesting.
I was so novice. I took it to... So I didn't know cameras were not waterproof. I was like, oh, this thing's this thing's sturdy. I took it to Alcatraz in San Francisco, and it was just pissing down. And I was like, nah, this thing's sweet. Anyways, the lens broke. And I went to Mexico the next day, and I was so novice. I didn't even know a lens could manual focus. It was just blurry, and I was half pressing the shutter, and so I didn't take a single photo in Mexico because I didn't know I could just click my lens to manual focus and use the ring to focus it.
Gotcha.
So
the AF wasn't working because you got it wet.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Man, I didn't realize it was that. That's only a few years ago.
Yeah, I only picked up a camera. Yeah, 3 years.
You don't know what you don't know, though.
Don't know what you don't know. But I was always a dude that took photos.
Yeah.
I just didn't know I was it was just the phone. I think I took, the first time I went to the States, I think I took 10,000 photos on my phone.
Far out.
Yeah.
You just never, it's interesting because similar thing with me, I I was always fascinated by the photo albums as a kid, you know, that printed out photos.
Yep.
Our parents from that era all have old photo albums. And I was always fascinated by the capturing a moment in time, you know.
Yeah.
Photographs were always fascinating to me. I just never really
It didn't click, eh? Yeah.
click until I picked up a camera and started doing it. And then I'm like thinking about all that times in my childhood when I was like staring at these photos, being fascinated by it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's quite interesting, like you, and very much the same thing, always taking them,
Yep.
but never actually
Putting
being
two and
like,
two together.
how do you actually take better ones?
Yeah.
Or like, what do I need to take a better one? It was kind of like, it was kind of raw.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like just capturing the moment no matter what.
Yeah. Just clicking, pointing and shooting.
That's interesting.
I remember the exact moment it, like, something inside of me was like, whoa. It was even after this trip to America, because I was using the digital display on the old DSLR. I didn't want to look through the viewfinder. But Dad, again, he took me to Station Park, just down the road, and he's like, point the focus at the background and then point it at this flower, just real up close to a flower. And I just saw the view, like the focus just shift off the flower to the background.
Saw that depth of field for the first time.
And I was like, whoa. I was like,
Bokeh.
yeah.
Far out.
And that was the moment I was like, that's cool.
So your dad definitely played a role in that.
Oh,
then,
yeah.
eh?
Yeah,
See this camera here behind me?
Yeah.
So my dad's got one of these that was given to him by his mum,
Really?
my gran, who passed many years ago. And I always remember my dad taking photos on these. And the thing is with my old man is he's been a mechanic his whole life, same thing.
Yeah.
But I know he always had something creative there.
Yeah.
And I just don't think he ever
Yeah.
acted on it.
Yeah.
So I brought this knowing that it's the exact camera that
That's
he took
awesome.
a lot of the photos of me as a kid on.
That's so cool.
I saw it for sale and it just sits on the shelf.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
a
of course,
memento
of
for that
course.
time.
That's awesome.
But it's interesting, like, yeah, again, my parents never really like helped me out with anything like creative or any fascination like that. But they definitely taught me to be open-minded
Yeah.
to stuff like this, you know, to like think outside the box when it comes to this sort of shit and creativity and stuff. So it's quite cool to see that your dad potentially saw that there was something there. And
Oh,
was
dude,
like,
he's
hey,
been
check this out.
Yeah. He's been pushing me my whole life, but I've always been too scared to, like, I don't know, like, what's the word? I don't know. He always says, like, I've got talent, and I was like, oh, but it's easier to just hide in the shadows, you know? Did it my whole life, so.
You believe in yourself.
Yeah. I struggled with that a lot. Yeah.
And that's a lot of people also get that, you know, they get told by people like, oh, you've got some talent, whatever it might be.
Yeah,
It might
yeah,
not be
yeah.
photography or whatever. But they do just, oh, not me.
Yeah.
You know, not me. Because they've just been, you know, they've been told that they're just regular old Joe their whole life. You don't want to do anything out of the ordinary, out of the box.
Yeah.
And that's where you need someone like that,
Yeah.
you know, to come along and be like, no, like,
Yeah.
you need to listen. It is like a growth thing too.
Definitely. Yeah.
Because at your, you know, mid-20s, like I said, like I was very much the same. Like I lived a pretty wild existence until, you know, meeting the wife at my mid-20s, and that was when things sort of started to you're still figuring out who you are.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
still figuring out who you are and what you want to do. So it's like, how can you be confident in something when you don't even know yourself?
What it is. Yeah.
You know,
I don't even know if that'll stop. I think
Exactly.
your whole life
Yeah.
you'll be. Yeah.
And then as the years go on, you slowly, if you do the, like what I call the work, you know, like spending time in here and thinking about things and processing things and diving deep into who you are and figuring it out, you kind of get a bit of that confidence where you're like, hang on, maybe Dad, maybe I do have something,
For sure.
you know. And you would have found that out over the last few years.
Yeah.
Now, the way things are rolling, like he wasn't just. You know, he wasn't just doing
Yeah,
it horn
he
for the
wasn't,
sake
for
of
sure.
it. People,
Yeah.
if you see something in someone else, you can't be afraid to tell them and be like, dude, you've got something here. Fucking act on it.
Yeah. For sure.
And that's why seeing you do this now, it's like, yes. That's cool, though. I didn't realize your old man played a role like that.
Yeah, man, he's been shooting photos his whole life.
Yeah.
He always sends me little slides from when he was a kid, like
That's
on
amazing.
the farm. Yeah, he's been into cameras for a
It's
minute.
so rare that it's like in the family.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm sure he does a lot with the drone stuff too, don't they?
Yeah, of course.
Interesting. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was such a central part of this journey that you're on.
Definitely, man. Yeah,
To the point
for
where
sure.
he gave you the camera.
Yeah.
He's like, here you go. Just nurturing the talent of the creativity. It's one of those moments like, just give him something and he'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's right. And to be fair, actually, he didn't even give it to me. He gave it to Kate, my partner.
Classic.
Yeah. And I just jacked it.
Maybe that was his way of like subtly
Probably,
making you
yeah.
realize you've got something there.
Yeah.
Because it's true. And like, like it's the same with talking to young Oscar's parents, Shout out Oscar. He's too
Definitely.
young. He wouldn't listen to podcasts. He's 15. Let's be
Oh, dude,
honest.
everyone listens to podcasts.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, talking to his old man, his old man's a builder.
Yeah.
And I'm like, trust me, this kid has got crazy talent with his camera.
Yeah, for sure.
I said there's only a handful of, young crew or people in general that are sort of in this, like New Zealand or even in town here. There's a few that stand out, and it's like dudes who have been doing it don't say they've got talent to just pull their finger.
Yeah.
And it was the same with you, a few years ago. You could see that there's just something about it, especially with the photography side of things. It's the way that it's everything, it's the whole package. It's the way you compose stuff. It's every technical aspect of photography, and you see it in people who are new to it, and you can tell straight away, having been through the whole thing yourself. I think that's what gives you the eye, because you're like, that was me. And then you grow through that to another point, and you see it in others. And that's what I could see with you, and the same with like Oscar. He's got it. And I've said that to his dad. I'm like, there's people who have been doing this shit for 20, 30 years. They can't do what he does. Or same with you with photo, with anything.
Yeah.
Oscar's more, I think he's sort of going more the video route. Even on the photo side, it just takes someone to nurture it and make you realize,
Definitely,
like, oh, maybe there is something there. Maybe people aren't just like gassing me up. It's I don't know.
Yeah, it was just for me it was like, I don't think if I wasn't so down bad, I don't think I ever would have taken the leap. So like, got to be blessed for that.
Down bad in the sense that you were after obviously doing the building and not being super stoked on it and injuring yourself.
Oh, the injury was a blessing, man.
So that was kind of like a turning point.
Injury, I remember it was on a Sunday, the skate comp. Dude, I was like, I couldn't wipe the smile off my face going to the hospital. I knew like this got me out. Like I remember smiling in the car, and my hands, like my fingernails had all ripped off. Oh. Yeah, dude, my fingernails, like my fingers were all purple and like everything. And I was just like, I couldn't stop smiling because I was like, I knew that I didn't have to go back to that job until the next year at least.
And was it the actual act of the job of building, or was it the workplace drama?
It was the
Interesting.
Yeah. It was just old school dudes,
Yeah, dude, I came from trade jobs my whole younger life as well. I know exactly how it is and what it's like. It's an interesting space. It can be if you work with the wrong or right people.
For sure.
Far out. So you were like, this gets me away from that.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about the photography. I was just like, this gives me, the time until America plus America that I don't have to go back. And instead of just like hanging around and just chilling out, I was like, right, I'm gonna get out of this. And I just made a plan to do that. And it wasn't a great plan. I was like, well, I'm going to the States. It's already paid for. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to sell some stuff, try to do some cashies and save some money. And that's going to be my honey pot for when I get back. That'll be my rent. And
And at what point after picking up the camera and going, shit, I'm stoked on this, were you like, this might be my thing? Like, was there a journey of learning it a bit more, or was it sort of just like?
It was, I don't know. It wasn't long, man. I don't know if I like telling people how short it was because, you cops a mate from the OGs.
Dude, tell them stuff. You can't. argue it.
Yeah.
Like, again, young Oscar, he jumps in
For sure.
a couple of years in, and
Yeah.
he's producing better work than people I know who've
Oh,
been in the
definitely.
game forever.
That video for Challenge was crazy.
And that's
It
what I'm
was awesome,
saying.
eh?
Like,
Yeah.
you can't. Me and Jace have talked about this as well. You know, you can't. We call it flavor on the video side. Being able to have flavor when it comes to your editing and stuff. More so on video. It applies to photos as well, obviously. But from the get go, he's had that.
Yeah.
You know, he knows the timing. He knows how to make stuff that engages people's
Definitely.
emotion.
Definitely.
That's the main thing, especially on the video side.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, people just swipe past it. No,
Definitely.
it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Same with a good photo.
Yeah.
You know, these days with social media, it stops the scroll or it catches the eye
Yeah.
because it stands out so much from the crowd.
Yeah.
That's what you need to be able to make. And the reason I ask is because I feel like my journey in the photo game could have been really short, but it was very spread out just because I wasn't. Like, when I think back, I think about the journey that I went on with learning, especially all the technical side of it, whether it's like the camera side or just, like I said, like lighting, composition, everything. I feel like I just concentrated so much on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, now I'm focusing on this, and I'd sort of learn that and master it. And then instead of just sort of learning everything at once and I don't know, it's like I didn't jump in hard enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when the point came where I did, I was already at the point where I'm like, oh, I'm sort of not really a lot left to learn. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just shows that everybody's journey in photography or videography is different.
And you put so many blockades in your way. It's like, I can't start until I get like a full frame camera. I can't start until I've done this and done that. And then it's like, well, I can't even launch a website till I've got this much, you know, these many photos to show on it and stuff. So
it's interesting that, like, not just the journey you go on, like with the photography stuff and your skills, you know, the business side comes again after that. But that creative journey you go on, learning how to take a good image, it's funny, the internal journey that you have to go on to,
dude, it's
getting over all those hurdles.
Oh, it's scary, man.
Self-doubt,
Yep.
you know, the imposter syndrome, the blockades that you
yep.
put in your own way, and you're like, why did I do that? Like, you look back on it, you're like, what was I doing?
Yeah.
Or even the feeling of people saying, hey, you got some skills, and you're like,
Yeah, exactly.
a lot of that is that, you know, that tall poppy bullshit we have in this country, which is hardwired into everybody, which if you're lucky enough, you get over that and you're off to the races. But yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, like the internal journey that you have to go on of like personal growth to become a photographer
Yeah.
or a videographer. It's like, so when people are like, oh, it's just push the button on the camera.
Yeah.
It's like, man, if they seen the, you know, if they seen the journey that I've been on, whether it's 3 years or 10 years or, I don't know, it just trips me out. It just shows that there's a lot more to it, you know.
Definitely.
And obviously you would have gone through all of that over the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh, it was terrifying, man. I was DMing you. I remember, like, you put out that course. That was like, that was crazy for me. Just like, what? Someone's actually putting this stuff out, you know, like
For free.
Yeah, like
It's still up there. It's helped
not
heaps of people.
Oh, dude, and I was like, this guy's not gatekeeping.
Zero. I literally was sitting right here. I don't know what, like looking back, I'm like, I was going to take it down. I'm like, fuck it. People love it.
Oh,
like,
dude.
I've had many
helped
people
me,
be
dude.
like, dude, like,
Yeah.
interesting.
It was awesome, man. It covered like everything, and it gave me a good insight to like just do it.
Well, it's the same with the YouTube stuff I've been doing. You know, it's like I'm not so much teaching people how the technical side of photography or anything, because I feel like it's a personal journey for that reason.
Yeah.
Because you have to go through that journey internally as well. So that's why I do more like the business side. You know, teaching people that once you get to this point, you're just at the beginning of this next journey of learning how to actually make money from this shit.
For sure.
And it's, I've sort of done that on purpose, but that's all you need though, sometimes.
Yeah, that's the confidence, man.
Yeah.
If you have the confidence, you can do it.
Dude, the first time I got paid to take photos, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I remember just sitting there being like, and it was piss all. It was like, I don't even remember what it was. But it was like a moment of, because I had put however many years of work before that into my craft, thinking like, oh, I just like doing this shit, and, you know, whatever. Even though I knew deep down, I was like, I think this is my thing or one of my things, you know. Still, I can't even remember what it was, but I remember getting money for my photos.
Yeah.
Someone hired me I can't remember again, I have to think what it was, but I can definitely remember the thought process in that moment.
It's weird.
Because that's the next step.
Yeah.
You know, the creative journey, the personal journey is one thing, and then it's like, okay, now I'm got to learn how to make this shit pay.
Yeah. It's massive imposter syndrome when you get that first paycheck though. It was a weird one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
See, that's the personal hurdle you have to overcome, though. That imposter syndrome is pretty powerful, man.
Oh, dude.
I still have it today.
Yeah.
You know, when we're shooting stuff like we shot the other week.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
not sure when that goes up, if we can even talk about it, but same thing. It's this huge, this huge campaign that is going to be seen by most of the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why when I get those opportunities, I'm like, dude, you're coming to help me on this, because
sure.
it helps you go to that next step.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
like, it's just, I don't know. It's the whole thing trips me out. And I think the regular person sees this journey we go on. They're like, oh, these camera guys, they fucking,
Yeah.
But because they don't see all that shit that we not go through. It's not like we're suffering, but like the work it takes
Definitely.
is never ending.
Yeah.
To get to that point where it's like, you can make a living from it.
Definitely.
It's you, and I feel like you've kind of compressed that into a very short time period as well.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Okay.
even from whatever it was 2 or 3 years ago,
Yeah.
the quality of your work has.
Oh, the old stuff's embarrassing, isn't it?
That's exactly how it should be, though. If you don't look back on your old shit and be
definitely.
like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
You're not growing.
Exactly.
That's the journey, you know?
I hope I look back on the stuff I'm doing now and in a year's time and go, oh my God.
You definitely do.
For sure.
Yeah. It's definitely like a niche group of people that get it.
Yeah. Definitely.
That sort of get like, oh yeah, like, because they've either experienced it or they're trying to experience it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when was that? Pardon me. So I'm trying to think of the timeline now. Where were we at? Right, 20.
As I got up to breaking my hand,
When was that? 20.
the end of 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, November 2023.
And what are we at now? Just about 2026.
No, December 2025.
So you have
So
kind
2
of
years.
fast tracked that process.
Yeah,
Compared to how I did it.
definitely. Especially during my time in Asia. It was like,
It was a very long, drawn out period, the way like learning the craft. And it was because I went through severe imposter syndrome, and not so much imposter syndrome, but believing that I had something.
Yeah.
Because I had the same thing. I had people telling me,
Yeah.
dude, this should be like, you're good at this shit. You should do this, And I'm like, me? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Just like a ski bum, whatever,
Yeah.
So it's, I feel like my timeline could have been shorter if I believed in myself more. And I had people who helped me once I got to the point of like trying to earn money. Like Jace played a big role. He was kind of mentor for me.
Yeah.
Now he's, obviously very good mate and kind of business partner. But when I had questions, I went to him. I was like, how much should I be charging for this? And he would give me honest honest answers. And that's kind of what the role I'm trying to play. It's like, and one day you'll go, shit, look at this talented young fella. It's like, it's a trickle down effect if you're sort of helping genuine people.
Yeah.
And that's the other part of what you've done, which I wanted to talk about, is taking the advice not only on the skill side and being a really good photographer and, like knowing how to work with clients, but not a single person that I've like introduced you to on the work side, everyone's like, dude's a legend.
Oh.
And that there is one of the keys that I teach people is like, just be a good person. Like, just be the good dude.
Yeah.
It's
not too hard.
Don't be a prima donna. Don't be a fuckwit. Like, just show up, make good work, and be stoked that you're doing your dream job.
Exactly.
And it shows because, even like that one we did the other week, they were like, man, dude, sorry, CJ. Like, CJ's all like, he's so chill on set, like everything. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said to them, I'm like, I'm not bringing people who aren't. Like, that's my vibe. That's the, So that's been real cool to watch as well.
Yeah, man. Just be chill.
Take that chill vibe, or just that should be people's reaction of you. You know, when people talk about you when you're not around, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, he's real chill legend." Like, you know, so that part's made me really stoked to see as well.
Cool. That's probably the number one thing. It's just being nice to people.
I've worked with people who do real good work, but they're dickheads.
Yeah.
You never see them again.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, yeah, don't know where we're at. 2023.
2023. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was like your turning point of like.
That was just, for me, man, like looking back, it was the blessing because, I did not have enough self-confidence if I wasn't so in a hole where I was like, if this doesn't change, you know, like, then, so now I'm stoked on how things were.
Sounds like you're in a pretty dark place then.
Yeah,
the
man,
work situation.
yeah, it was pretty bad, but, you know, it's life and,
yeah,
anyways, got over it and...
Well, and that's the difference.
Yeah.
Take action.
That's it.
And make a change.
Yeah.
And, you know, like you say, like certain things happening, being like, this could be a blessing in disguise.
Definitely.
Or just keep milling along, dealing with the dickhead dude.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, fuck, you know. Like,
yeah, exactly. I could have just knuckled under and whatnot, but, I'm trying now to just, I'd love to just let people know that, I know it sounds cliche, but like if you do just like knuckle down and like put your head down and like you can get it done. Like you don't have to put up with that kind of stuff. You know, so it is, yeah. Don't
worry, I preach. I'm like, if you don't like the situation, your life situation,
you can change it.
You know,
it doesn't take long to change.
Life by design.
Yeah.
The hard thing is when you talk to people about this stuff, when they're in that mode, they just they brush it off and they just think you're some like motivation dickhead. I always say that in my videos. I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to be a motivation thing.
Yeah.
I get that a lot. I took the action and I created the life that I wanted.
Yeah.
You know, and now you get to sit here and talk about it and you know, be out there making money with your camera because that's what I wanted to do.
For sure.
You know,
for sure.
Certain percentage of people grab that, you know, and run with it.
Yeah.
And then they look back in 5 years and go, fuck, I did it.
Yeah.
Look at me now.
For sure.
But the other ones who just go, oh no, I'm just a builder and put up with the old dickhead on site and they're just fucking miserable. Yeah. And I'm like, take the action.
Just take it, dude. Yeah, just do it. Take it.
It frustrates me because I feel like I don't want to be preaching about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like,
you want to scream it from the rooftops because it's like you can change. You know, you can make a change, and it's not going to take forever.
People might need one person like me or you to be like, dude, find your fucking thing and chase it and do it, and you will not regret it.
Yeah.
You know, look 5 years ahead.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
Just make a plan, like, you know, just continue working for like 2 months, save some money, quit, and like, if it doesn't work out, you're just in the same spot you were anyways, you know?
I saw a clip of Dana White talking about that, doing like a speech thing. He's the, you know, UFC president, super rich dude.
Yeah.
And he's like doing this comment and he gets all fired up and he's like, if the shit doesn't work, you can just go back to your old job.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not a big fucking deal.
Nah.
Stop being afraid to fail, you know?
Yeah,
that's part of it too, is you can't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
And that's another part in the photography game that you get used to, is being told no.
Yeah.
No, don't have the budget.
Yeah.
Your work's not good enough. Yeah. Whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while, you're just like, well, fuck, on to the next one.
Yeah.
Someone go, oh, there's a right client for everyone. That's what I say to people, you know, like you'll find the right people.
Definitely.
But if you don't fucking start and get on this journey,
definitely,
you'll never find out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You can't take it to heart, you know?
No.
And you'll go through like, I've only been at it for a couple of years, but there's been spells where it's like crickets for, months. Mm-hmm. And you just gotta deal with it, you know, like,
and that's part of
it'll come back around. You know?
Another thing say like, dude, it can be seasonal. It's ups and downs. It's the joys of being, you know, self-employed or a freelancer or just hustling, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's the shit you learn. And you've learned that in a very like compressed time frame, I feel too, like jumping in.
Yeah.
Far out. So 2023. We're going to get through this story eventually.
For sure.
Because then when did you go traveling?
So I did the 7 weeks with the broken hand, and that's when I was like, right, I'm going to make a plan and put that money aside. Yeah. Went to the States with my mate Huck, who just got home, and shout out Huck. he's killing it. He just became a commercial pilot, so super proud of him. Went to the States, went to Mexico with him for 8 weeks, and then came home and just got grinding.
What was your grind?
Grind was just trying to figure out how can I make any money off photography. Yeah, that's when I was like, I think I watched your course maybe 4 times. Like, I think it was 8 episodes, I think, and I think I watched it 4 or 5 times, each episode 4 or 5 times. I was just like,
Notebook.
Yeah, notebook. Yeah. And I was just like, right, I got to business cards. I got to like shoot. I just started posting ads in the Facebook page, like free shoots.
That's right.
Just for portfolios and stuff.
Yeah. Follow the advice. Build that portfolio first.
Yeah. And then I just had a couple of people come to me and they're like, oh, we'll pay you, we'll pay you. And
that's that moment.
And dude, I remember the first one I shot, I was editing it for like I don't know, like 5 days straight. I was like masking out everything. Every shot I was like, had to be perfect. I go back and look at it now, it's terrible. But I was like, I just wanted to do my best.
Yeah.
And I mean, I thought it was insane money. It was like $600 for 2 shoots, which I was like, what the hell?
It's an eye-opener.
A couple of weeks rent and like,
yeah.
I mean, I took forever editing it, but in terms of just shooting it, it was an hour's work shooting.
That's that moment that gets you away from that, basing your value off an hourly rate.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas like now at my point doing like these agency jobs and shit, like I don't shoot off time at all. I shoot off the value that I add.
That's right.
And that's the other thing that I, at a certain point teach is you've worked for this and you offer something that not everyone can do. That's your value.
Yeah.
It's an exchange,
Yeah.
Money exchanges hands when value exceeds price.
That's right.
Is that the right way? Yeah. And you live off that principle to the point where, down the track, you'll look back on those shoots you did for that price and be like, I can't believe I worked on that much. Like, you'd be like, I would never do that.
Definitely.
But yeah, it sounds like that was the moment where you're like, hang on.
Yeah. This can actually be...
Because they would have, what were they, like family shoots or something?
It was a family shoot and then a like commercial headshots for the lady owned a business. So it was her family and then her business.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you've overcome that confidence hurdle of putting yourself out there.
Oh, dude, again, I was like, she asked me to do it and I bought a studio set up off like Temu.
Yeah.
It's like $200. It was like the last of my money.
Yeah.
And I the black backdrop and I had like the lights. And I just made it work.
Classic. Were they stoked on it?
Yeah, she said she was stoked, yeah.
Far out.
Yeah. So
and just like that, you're off to the races.
Yeah, man, it just taught me like, okay, well, there's other ways to make money than just grind away. So
you definitely did it in a compressed time frame, and that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Definitely.
But at the same time, during all that, were you like, yeah, Dad might be right.
Definitely. He was at me my whole life though. It wasn't just photography. It was
knew.
He knew, yeah. It was just my confidence, man. And now I look back, he was right. I never, I got off. Like the school was begging me to play in the first footy team, and I was just like, nah, I don't want to. It's too scary. I'll just play in the social leagues, and skate comps. I was like, there's no way I'm skating in front of people. I'd only ever skate by myself in a car park. Like if people turned up, I'd leave, kind of thing. Yeah, man. I was, confidence was hard for me. So
you've been through it, and then to the point you've come full circle, like doing your travel videos and stuff where you're on camera.
Yeah.
And you were like saying at first how hard it was and awkward it was, and it's
hard, man.
What a journey though, eh?
For sure.
Hey,
yeah,
because I've done all the same shit.
Yeah,
coming from being the photographer guy.
Yeah.
No, I stay on this side of the camera.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to be in photos.
Yeah.
To now making content, YouTube, hunting, all the shit.
That's what's up.
Being on camera and being like, again, having that moment of people being like, you're good at that.
Yeah.
Shit. It's just another skill that I've been sleeping on for the last, where I could have leaned into it, but I feel like everything does happen on the timeline that it should happen.
For sure. Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
Go down that 10-year photography journey or whatever, more than that. to then realize, like, okay, here's the next thing.
Yeah.
Because that's very much, as you'll know, I'm very goal orientated.
Definitely.
I make goals and I work towards them, and that's what I did with photography.
Yeah.
And I've said that in YouTube videos. My goal was always to earn more from a day shooting than what I could ever earn from like a normal job.
Definitely.
And I achieved that however many years ago, you know. That was like one of my goals. Sweet, tick that off. And then I set another goal and I moved towards that. And I'm like, okay, what's next? Da, 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 da. But that's the key though. Like if I never made the goal, I would never move on to I would never achieve it to then move on to the next thing.
For sure.
Like making content or doing whatever the next, you know. It's I feel like there's so much more to it that people just don't realize.
Yeah. And I kind of started making it, and then I was like, hang on, like I wanted to make it for a reason. I didn't just want to make it to like I didn't want to just make videos to grow my following, because like I don't know if that really matters. It was like I actually wanted to help people.
Yeah.
And so I had to I took a step back for a couple months, because I was like I was so busy with traveling. I was only doing 4 or 5 nights in a place.
Busy.
But I was like, if I can't put stuff out that is, it's a privilege to say that.
Yeah.
But if I can't make stuff that actually like helps people or whatever, then what's the,
Yeah, but you obviously achieved that. Like when I seen you changed your Instagram bio to like ex-builder, chasing your dream,
yeah.
And then you were messaging me saying that people were messaging
Yeah,
you,
dude.
that you were inspiring them to make. And I'm just
Weird,
like,
dude.
the cycle continues, dude. It's a trip.
I had 3 people say because of me that they quit their jobs. I was like, that's insane.
That's at the core of everything I do or have done. Is encourage the next guy,
for
or
sure.
girl or whoever to do something that they've always wanted to do outside the box.
Yeah.
And then you watch that trickle down effect, and it's like, man, it's so like when you sent me that, it was just like, yes, he's on.
It's a weird feeling, man, but I just wanted to keep chasing that. So I'm trying to figure out
which route to go with it.
yeah, man, I just want to help people. I would just want to, I mean, social media is so full of like just crap, to be honest.
Tell me.
And, maybe it won't get seen, but maybe if it helps one person, it would be pretty cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the ethos of this podcast, content, photography, everything.
Yeah.
And you know what the funny part is?
What's that?
Is like, again, it's something that I always think about and watch a lot of like social media and stuff. And, people do message me for advice. Oh, how do you reckon I should go? What content should I make? Because everyone wants to be a bloody content creator these days.
Of course.
And I say, look, figure out your message or your purpose first.
Mm-hmm.
The content and everything else comes after.
Definitely.
I said my purpose or message has always been just get one person to take action or change their life path. Where they go from there, that's on them.
Yeah.
But if I can set that as my sort of, my main goal, is a saying, because a lot of people, what I'm saying is, a lot of people think, oh, I'll get into this because it's easy to make money and all this shit, which is the complete opposite, especially on the content side or photography or anything. And I always say, like, make your purpose something else. If you chase, what's the saying? If you chase excellence, money has a way of finding excellence or something like that. Like basically, if you make your purpose about trying to make money out of something, you're never going to succeed.
No, you're not. Yeah.
You have to have a different message or purpose with what you're doing.
Definitely.
And eventually, if you do it for long enough and like I say, you sort of help enough people or whatever, it will become a financial win for you, but that can't be your main focus.
No. Because you'll never grind through it in the hard times.
If you get into photography, we see it with photography. People go out and buy, spend $5,000 on a camera.
Yeah.
And then sit back and go, why aren't people asking me to shoot stuff for them for huge amounts of money? Like, I don't get it. And then the camera's on Marketplace for sale.
Yeah. I've seen a few good setups go.
The motives were wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
We got into photography because we loved the craft of it and we found our creative thing.
For sure.
We found our thing that was like, hang on.
Yeah.
It sparked something.
Yeah.
Just so happens that you pursue it to the point where people go, you're really good at that. Can I hire you to shoot this thing? And then that sets you on that part, Yeah. So I definitely feel like there's something to, don't matter what you're doing, if it's outside of, like you say, like a day job or just working for someone else.
Yeah.
don't even think about the money until it naturally finds a way
Exactly.
to come from it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I probably think too much about this shit.
No, it's, yeah. I think everyone does in this position. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the gear thing's crazy because you can make stuff work. You know, I only had like a crop sensor camera when I guess, would you say I suppose when I started making money. So when I went professional.
Didn't we all?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
did I.
Yeah, just, you know, it's not like I had, and even still, I don't really shoot on a good camera. I mean, it is good, but it's nowhere near the levels that you can get to. And yeah, maybe I'm due an upgrade, but you can make it work with that.
What's the old saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. So
And here's your images on a nationwide billboard thing
for sure.
from that same camera.
Same
you know,
camera.
like,
Yeah.
That's good that you've learnt that, because you do go through that gas stage, you know, the gear acquisition syndrome stage.
Yeah.
And then once you get past that point, you sort of go back to simple setups and like, this is all I need.
Yeah. I was at a point where I was like, I can't shoot a wedding unless I have 2 full frame cameras. I remember I was thinking that. And I don't know. Yeah, I got them, but I ended up just using my crop sensor anyways.
You got them and went, oh, hang on, actually, that's another moment that I've talked about, you know, in YouTube stuff where I've like, you've only got to get to a point to make money.
Yeah.
And the clients don't know any different. They don't know if you've shot the bloody thing on a phone or a crop camera or
Exactly.
if it's a good image, it's a good image. Like, but that's the overthinking that you do along the way.
Definitely.
Where you put so much, like, what's the word? You put like so much pressure on yourself, I guess, to be like the best version that you can be with your photography.
Definitely.
And it seems like it's universal. Everybody goes through the same journey, whether it happens, over 10 years or 3 years or whatever it's been for you. You know, it's like we all go through the same shit. We all get to the point of being like, oh, that was all a bit unnecessary. But interesting.
Well,
So what time do you have to get out of here?
Oh, 6:30 is usually.
Oh, sweet as.
Yeah.
So we've pretty much, we've caught up. You got back to that point where you went traveling. You decided, this is the shit.
Mm-hmm.
You came back. And you just hustled.
Dude, when I was in the States, I was shooting everything. I was like, I'm going to build a portfolio. People are going to hire me off my travel photos, which I don't think that works, but in my mind.
Yeah, but you had that idea.
I had that idea.
Of that, shoot what you got to shoot to build a deck of images that you can show to potential clients. So you, from the get-go, obviously you had that business mind.
Yeah.
You were like...
I was like, if I saw food, I was like, oh, snap that. Mm-hmm. And, maybe a restaurant will hire me.
Trippy.
Travel stuff, it doesn't really sell, but I could say it probably honed the craft a little bit, for sure.
But subconsciously, you were thinking 5 years down the track.
My mind was in the right spot, for sure, yeah. And, you're not going to get worse at photography by shooting on the daily, so, the camera was glued to my hand for that whole time, and, yeah.
That's epic.
Yeah.
So when you came back after that traveling and you sort of made the decision to jump into it a bit more, you started making some money.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but you had the moment of like, oh,
I had the money. Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah. I was maybe doing 1 or 2 family shoots a month. So it wasn't, but it was something.
And did you get your tax shit dialed from day one?
I just use Henry.
Like I just
Henry's awesome, dude.
So
I just listened to it.
This is what I'm saying. I've said this to you in the past.
Yeah.
I said, you can give 100 people the ingredients.
Yeah.
It's up to you to bake the cake. And you were like, I'm going to do all of this shit
just going to follow. Yeah.
From the get-go.
Yeah, for sure.
So, fuck, that's epic.
So I just ran everything through that. Like my very first shoot is still on Henry. So, yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, man.
But you weren't making huge money, but you were like, it opened that door for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if I just keep grinding.
Yeah.
So from that point, what would you say, 2023 through to when you went traveling last, what were you doing in that period?
So I got back in 2024 February. That's when I started, and I mean that was just when we started, when you brought me along to the ski events.
Did some snow stuff.
The free ride tours.
Yeah.
I was doing some through the building side of things. I've started doing a little bit of real estate and learning how to do that.
Like shooting real estate.
Yeah, just real beginner stuff, but just getting that was like my way into shooting houses because I had some builder mates, and just shooting you know, even going onto a building site and shooting the builders for websites and stuff like that. But just doing anything I can, man. That's the thing that I'm struggling with at the moment is a lot of people niche down.
You're definitely at that stage.
And I'm like, dude, I love everything. I love shoot. I'll shoot weddings. I'll shoot, like, it doesn't matter to me. I just want a camera in hand.
But that's like I said to you when we talked about on that shoot the other week.
Yeah.
Separate
it. And that's what I'm doing.
TJ Glover weddings.
Yeah, for sure.
Do some commercials, you know.
Yeah.
Just because you niche down to a point, but there is still a handful of shit you can shoot.
Yeah.
A handful of genres, you know.
For sure.
Just don't mix it up. Because like being, you know, from the agency perspective, they're like, we want to see commercial work.
Definitely.
We don't give if you shoot weddings in there, like
Yeah, for
not
sure.
even a consideration.
For sure.
Interesting. You did, yeah. Because you do get to that stage. Like I remember getting to that stage being like, for me, it was just chasing the money. You know.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way I have been going is away from the outdoor space.
Yeah,
because there's just not much any money there into other, you know, niches where there is.
Yeah.
So you'll figure it out.
Definitely, man. I'm sure it'll come into place. But yeah, I took your advice again. I think since I've been home, I've redone my website. I built one and then I was like, oh, no, I got to chop this down. And then I just deleted it. And then I built another one. And then I built a separate one. So I'm waiting to launch 2 websites where I'll keep my wedding stuff separate and keep my other stuff.
Because weddings are a good time.
Dude, they're awesome.
When I shot them, I love the environment. And
It's
I still
awesome.
will do them for friends, but I do them for nothing. Like,
Yeah.
Like, that's my stipulation. I'm
For
like,
sure.
Can't pay me.
Yeah.
Because this is not my niche now, but I love the environment of a wedding, and it's a fun and shooting environment because
Dude,
everyone's stoked.
Everyone's
like it's
yeah,
happy.
yeah.
And it is high, you know, there is moments that are high pressure, you know, but I just feel like the longer you do it, the more, I guess, you think about, like, what do I want to be shooting in 5-10 years time?
Yeah.
And that's another ethos that I've always had is, like, put out the work that you want to be shooting.
Yeah.
If you want to be an action sports photographer, fill your website with that so people go, you're the action sports guy or whatever, you know. So, yeah, I think you're definitely at that stage where you sort of, you don't have to niche down, but it helps.
It definitely, yeah, for sure. And it's like, I just love it all. So
It's hard because I
It is
remember
hard,
being
yeah.
in that same position where I was like, I just like shooting. Like
Yeah,
I was still at the point where I was like, I don't care. Like I'm just stoked. I'm getting paid to do this shit I love.
Yeah.
Like I don't give a shit what I'm pointing the camera at.
yeah.
But I think further down the track and the more I've gone from like just shooting anything that comes to doing more like of the, you know, corporate sort of agency stuff and whatnot, I've realized like the commercial space. My one thing has always just been people. I like shooting people. That's my thing. I like emotion.
Yeah,
I like
for sure.
whether it's sporting, whether it's wedding. Well, you know, not weddings, but you know, like people has just been my thing. Whereas some people like shooting whatever astro landscapes.
For sure. Yeah,
Everyone finds their
Definitely,
niches.
Definitely.
But I feel like you fast track to that point where you're like figuring out the next step.
Definitely. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then you'll build websites and you'll work off, you know, those for the years. But the other good thing to see is, as you would have learned over the, you know, the last few years, is it's all about like networking and who you know and, you know, like, I guess making the name for yourself. TJ, he's the photographer guy.
Yeah, for sure.
How much that helps.
Yeah, definitely. That helps. I mean, when I went away to save costs, because it was a pretty, you saw the state of some of the hotels we stayed in. It was a bit of a budget trip.
Yeah.
But, you know, just to save money, I took the website down because I knew I was going to rebuild it. But, so I don't have a website. I haven't uploaded to social media in a while, and people are still hitting me up just like, can you come shoot
Because
me?
you've done the work.
Yeah, they just,
to get to that point.
for sure.
Yeah. The networking, the shoot, you know, like, and that's it. You could survive off, you don't even need any of that shit. And I've said that before. You don't need social media. You don't need anything.
Yeah.
If anything, a simple website.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the work is what creates the more work. You know, people knowing
the
that,
relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because over the years, that web of networking just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
definitely. Yeah,
And you do make that switch from which you've again experienced very fast track of chasing work flat out
Yeah.
to then you're on the other foot where it's coming to you, and you're like, shit,
Definitely.
I'm that guy. Like, yeah, it's a trip, bro. It's such a cool thing to watch.
That's very cool.
From outside, having been through the whole thing myself, and just seeing. I guess the thing is like you find out what you're capable of and what you can achieve, eh?
Definitely.
And like the person that you become along that journey.
Yeah. You can achieve a lot more than you think. And well, for me, anyways, what I thought I was capable of, and then I never thought I'd put a video out on social media of my face talking or anything, It was it was pretty shy, so but you just do it and it becomes more natural and
And the more you do it, the more confidence you gain. And that's the big thing here, is people very much confuse cockiness and confidence.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I have to say to people, like, dude, I'm not cocky. I'm not a wanker. I'm a good person. I just know
know
what I'm capable of because I've achieved shit. I've set these goals, and yes, it might not be a goal that 90% of the population give a fuck about, but for me, it meant a lot.
For sure.
And I got to that point and I was like, shit, look what I did. I can do this.
Yeah.
And that's where the confidence comes out of people.
For sure.
Part of that personal journey that you've got to go on and been on, like getting over those hurdles. Being like, shit, actually, if I actually just set a goal and work my ass off, I will achieve it.
Definitely.
And it's another notch in my belt of confidence. Yeah. It's a trip. So future wise, what are you looking forward? What are you looking forward to?
Just want to keep traveling, just keep being happy, and push some more people to. I mean, I don't want to say push, but just push. Give them a kick in the right direction.
Yeah.
Just I don't know, man. Like your message is so nice to the world, and it's just it sounds so cliche, but just like actually just go for it, and it will all fall into place. But yeah, man, just try and make people happy, and
photography wise,
keep shooting.
Just keep plugging away.
Keep shooting, man. Yeah,
seeing what opportunities crop up.
Yeah, that's how I knew like photography is. Yeah, as you say, if it's not the only thing, it's definitely one of the things, because I was away for 10 months and the camera came with me everywhere. I think I told you I did like nearly 20 terabytes of footage, and it's all like I didn't edit it because I was like, I don't want to prioritize. Like I want to live the full days. I don't want to go home early and edit a video just so people know that I'm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's quite funny because everyone, for the first half of our travels, everyone was so teed on like round here. When they see me now, they're like, you kind of just went ghost for the last few months. But I was like, I could, it's that weird thing. I'd rather just make the most of the time over there.
Yeah, because you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your
journey, exactly.
Not someone else's.
Exactly.
Funny, because I've still got footage of me and the wife at your age, out traveling. Got shitloads of footage, and it's still just sitting on a It's like 10 plus years later.
Oh, dude, that footage would be awesome.
Yeah, one day I'll go through and like edit it.
Make a video.
We'll relive the moment.
That would be
look
cool.
back on it and be like, oh, I was so young. But I think you're doing it for the right reasons, and that's the deep like personal shit that you have to sort of work through, is making your plan and your goals for yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you say, projecting all this shit on social media. As much as I use social media, I try and keep it real.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, this is just an app on a phone. Like it's not real life.
Yeah, and you see it. So
make your own path and your own journey and experience that. And like you say, then show people.
Yeah. It's kind of sad, especially when I was going to those like touristy places. I guess I was going to the Great Wall of China, and those like the amount of faking that goes into people that are there. Like I saw people like refilming proposals. Like we saw people like 10 takes like walking down, so it's like all the stuff that goes into the social media universe, like it's not real.
No, it's fantasy land.
It's like it's perfection, in their eyes it is perfection, so.
And I see so many photographers, especially like people who are on the same journey, trying to make photography their career, getting sucked in by it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need that shit.
Yeah.
You know,
you
like,
don't.
yes, you have to, you know, there's different things you can do with the times to grow a following and shit. No one's hiring you off Instagram.
Nope.
You know,
All your followers are from overseas, you know.
the people who are hiring you are the ones who either know you from the work you've done, or the ones who have gone to your website and like what you do. You know, like that's why I keep telling them. I'm like, look, I don't know. It's like you say, it's just it's a whole nother conversation. But it's good that you've realised that, because it is not necessary. It's that work, boots on the ground that you're doing with your camera, and growing that network. You know, getting on shoots with meeting new people, different things. That's what ultimately gets you more work.
For sure.
Networking is the biggest factor.
Definitely.
When it comes to this
sure.
shit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
But
definitely.
it takes a while to realise that.
Yeah.
And it's you. Like I said, your journey has been pretty fast tracked compared to what I did. But I feel like future wise, like, if you keep going like you are, it's definitely exciting times.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And that's what you have to have. If you're going to pursue something like this that's different, you've got to have that future stoke, you know, like to keep you stoked on it.
Oh, dude.
Because like over the years, I've been like this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've been to the point where I'm like, I'm done with this shit. Like, I'm just on to the, and then
Something
the
sparks
highest
it.
of highs.
Yeah.
Whether it's in shooting something new or just, you know, starting to do content, like I'm always on to the next thing to keep that spark alive, you know, that spirit excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just like you say, you might as well just be on a building site. You know. Yeah, so, 5 years from now, what do you want to achieve?
Oh, dude, I don't know. Like,
big question.
Yeah, man. I just want to keep being happy. Like, I don't know, man. The world's big, and I think people, especially from New Zealand, I feel people get so caught up in this weird world of like. I mean, you know how it is. I don't know.
That's actually another thing I was going to ask you. What's your perspective on the sort of the collective, not the collective mindset, but New Zealand as a whole after travelling to all those different places? What's your first thought when you come back here?
First thought is, honestly, it's probably the best place in the world, and 99% of people that live here don't get that. Would be my. It's like, I don't know, man. I can't, come back and you hear the complaint. I mean, I've sent you a few photos of the
the rounded up weed saga,
and it's just people, complaining about just nonsense, getting caught up in like, it's like, guys, we've all got 80 years, 100 years, like, just chill. Just
going to some of those less fortunate countries
insane,
makes you see it different.
Yep.
That's that one we talked about, that viral reel on the podcast page.
Yeah.
That's all I was trying to say.
I'm
just trying to say, like, go and travel, man. You'll soon realize how fucking good this country is. But they don't, it's perspective. They do not have that outside perspective because it's just been this little place their whole life.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know. It's fortunate to have done that early on and had the foresight to be like, I'm going to go travel around the world and get some fucking perspective.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And that's what you've got,
All through Thailand, all through Cambodia, man. There was people on the side of the road, like no legs, infections, like you could see the bones sticking out of their legs, like just begging for anything. I remember our taxi driver in Siem Reap, Cambodia, and I got talking to him because it was about an hour's drive to the airport, and he was telling me he was just so happiest dude ever, but he was saying he was so fortunate to be he was a middle class citizen, and he's so fortunate that he was in that position. And then he told me that he earns about $5 a day, and I was like, and that's middle class, these dudes, their whole meals are cooked like on a coal barbecue off a street vendor. Everything they can't afford to go to supermarkets. Like they catch their own fish. They work like 15, 16 hours a day.
Yep.
It's like, dude,
it's
pretty good here.
And here we are like, oh, here's a tip. And it's like half of his month's wage. We don't even think about it.
Yeah. exactly.
Oh, the New Zealand dollar. Oh. Fucking go to go to Cambodia and see what you reckon.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We did that when we left the Gili Islands in Indo. We didn't tip them the whole time. We stayed with this family at this epic spot,
Right.
huts and stuff. We were there for like 3 weeks. It's unheard of on
Yeah.
this island. When we left, we were like, here's some tips. They were like, they were crying.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were like, oh, we just gave them like a year's worth of earnings. We didn't even think about it.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
For
like,
sure.
why are they so emotional? They like us that much. And then we realized like it was the money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like, it's fuck, I don't know. Again, go over to those countries and you think, what do you think when their citizens are like, why isn't the government helping us? Meanwhile, people in New Zealand, they're like, hey, I don't want to work.
Yeah.
The government's like, here's a bunch of money every week. Like,
yeah.
you'll be sweet.
Yeah, here's $500 a week.
It's all perspective, bro.
Yeah, man. And I mean, I can't blame. I mean, I was kind of like that, I was like, oh, the world hates me kind of thing. Like, and it's not until you realize, like, right, these are your cards.
Yeah.
Play them how you
So
want.
much of it's in here, eh?
Yep.
The mindset thing. It's this. I've said it 100 times. This is the most powerful tool we possess, man.
Yeah,
It's the way you see the world, the way you think.
Yeah,
And
nothing's
now-
going to change.
Now you come back here with like doing the photo thing, whatever you're doing, you probably see opportunity everywhere.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
This place is fucking riddled with opportunity. What are
sure.
people talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have a high value, or like what I call like a high yield, high value skill, where people pay you large sums of money for relatively small amounts of work.
Definitely.
So you've created the, what does old Madoff Keep the Change say? You've got to create the office desk for the opportunities to come sliding onto.
Yeah, for sure.
Create the skill set, create the business, that whatever it is.
Yeah,
And the opportunities come in.
yeah.
And now I get it with like, I've gone that content route and now I'm doing these brands reaching out to me to do deals.
Yeah,
and the YouTube thing with all these other companies that are like, hey, we'll pay you to make this video and like make the desk or whatever,
Definitely,
the
dude.
opportunity comes in.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
World's a big place, and like it's not going to change for you as like much as that sucks. And people, like when I tell people this, they always go, "Oh, well, you don't have this going on, or you don't." And it's like, yeah, I don't, but like
The easy for you to say, crowd.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, maybe I don't have that, but like you do, but you cannot, like just saying that it's not going to help,
Like I said, you can only try give people the ingredients so many times.
Yeah,
If they don't bake the cake, it's like, look, whatever. I'm on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the easy for you to say, crowd. The best part is when those types of people sort of change the way they do things and think, and they come back around. They're like, dude, you were
For sure.
fuck, you were on. But all it took was some action or a change in life, like you did, or something.
Yeah.
Whatever the catalyst is to switch your mindset and the way that you operate.
Yeah.
And then they come back around like, yeah, there's a bit more to this shit. Like you're on the ball.
For sure. I can kind of see why it happens in New Zealand. I mean, we're so isolated, dude. Like, are we the most isolated country in the world?
Have to be.
I think we are, eh? So I can see why a lot of people can't see out of that bubble, But yeah, I mean, the opportunity's there.
That's what's trippy about doing like photography, content, YouTube shit.
Mm-hmm.
And these people that want to do these deals with you, they're all paying US dollars.
Yeah.
Which is like almost double the New Zealand monopoly money.
Yeah.
And it's like, so there, like you say, it's a big
sure.
wide world.
For sure.
And in the grand scheme of things, New Zealand is this tiny little part of it with a very small economy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, and we have the novelty of being Kiwis.
Yeah.
We have that. When we traveled, man, people were so stoked to meet someone from New Zealand.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
In their eyes, it's like this mythical
I know.
land that doesn't exist. They're like,
Yeah.
what? Like, I remember when we were in Sapporo in Japan, I met this guy, I think he was American. He's like, whoa, you're from New Zealand?
Yeah.
Like, he wanted to take pictures and shit with me. I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, what are you on about, bro? And he's like, that's all. Like, it was like fantasy land to him.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that until they go out into the world and be like, people look at this place like, it's
Yeah. For sure.
it's good though. It's good to see your perspective change in that sense.
Yeah, in China, when we arrived in Beijing airport, we had 6 security guards, and they just swarmed us because me and Kate were the only people. Because we were the only 2 white people on the whole plane. Mm-hmm. Everyone else was Chinese nationals, so they were all straight through the customs. And me and Kate were signing in these waivers, and these security guards just swarmed us, and they just they were all looking at our passports, not like inside, just looking at the fern. They'd never seen a New Zealand passport.
Out of curiosity.
They didn't speak a lick of English, but they were like, whoa, what is it?
You're just like this mythical creature
Yeah,
from
yeah,
a
yeah.
land down under.
Yeah.
I remember when first went to China. We were there at a tattoo convention, and I'm cruising around. I spent the whole time. I was there. I was shooting the mate. I was filming it and shooting my mate who was at the convention. I spent the whole time taking photos with people.
Of course, yeah.
Especially the little Chinese girls.
Yeah.
I had them FaceTiming their boyfriends, Chinese boyfriends, with me.
Yeah.
Oh, look, big white man.
Yeah,
and they were like, and it was like made their day. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I think it was like we were, with all the tattoos out, we were like doing the comp, so we were like shirtless and shit or whatever it's on.
Yeah.
And they were lining up to take photos with us.
Definitely.
Because we were just so, half of them had never met a European, whatever you call it.
It's like a different world there, man.
Yeah.
They don't have celebrities on Billboard. Well, they do, but they have their own celebrities. They don't have Facebook. They don't have Instagram. They don't have Google.
That was an eye opener.
Yeah.
I was like, why am I phoning with me? Like, I'm just got the camera. Like, what?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
But and after like the second day, we just leaned into it.
Yeah, it's awesome, eh?
Bring it in, like, trippy.
Yeah, you feel like a celebrity if you go there.
It's weird, eh?
That's awesome. It's really cool.
But then in little old New Zealand, if you've never been there and done that, you're just like, oh, fucking whatever. What's that? I don't know. What's the main complaint? Living costs are high.
Petrol.
No offense if this is the way you think, but you need to change the way you fucking think.
Yeah, it is what it is, eh? There's ways to change it.
I love commenting on shit on social and being like, "You're greatest nation on earth." I say it on everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like, on anything New Zealand related, I'm like, greatest country on earth, just so I get just to rile people up.
The
like,
rage
what are you talking about, bro? Like, it's fucking. We're pretty. I tell that to the kids too. I'm like, you guys, you are very lucky to be from this country.
Yeah,
you don't know it now, but one day you will know it. And I do like to play devil's advocate. There's been that trend of sort of bad-mouthing the country in recent years just because of the way things are supposedly going. I like to do the opposite.
Yeah, for sure.
And speak,
Definitely.
Because it gets people, anything you talk about in a positive manner with New Zealand at the moment will go viral.
Yeah.
Go put something on social media that's just talking about all the greatest things here and what, as a Kiwi.
Yeah.
And like a lot of it, the viralness will be fueled by like, hatred comments.
Of course,
the opposite.
Of
but,
course,
yeah.
Haters everywhere.
It's a trip. All right, I think we should probably wrap this up. It's 20 past.
Sweet, but they went fast, man.
It goes quick, bro. You
It
bang out
goes so
2 hours
quick.
doing this shit easy.
That was insane.
Do you have any last words?
No, I think we've covered everything, eh?
You must have some wisdom in your 26 years of life.
Yeah. Wisdom. I don't know. Just go for it, eh?
Yeah, fucking go for it.
I mean, for real. Like, yeah, I feel like I sound real cliche saying that. But
Yeah, but then everybody says you sound cliche. People
course.
tell me I sound cliche.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then when you take the action and do the shit, you're the cliche person.
Yeah,
it's
for
just like, because you're like, fuck, I did it.
yeah.
I'm excited to see what you achieve in the future, bro. And I'm, like I said, I love every moment seeing you fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Every shoot you're posting about work, and I'm
Yeah,
just like, that dude on that, whatever that meme is. Yeah, that's how it makes me feel. And the same goes for anybody who who I know who is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I like to see people fucking just do it.
That's cool, man.
Take
Yeah.
action,
Yeah,
make a goal.
Not even in just photography, just anything.
Just
it's
life.
like you can change your life pretty quick. Mm-hmm. Like it's not like a 10-year thing. It's like you can just
Perfect example.
few months.
What,
It's
3 years, whatever you are, and you're out there
2
doing
or
it.
3. Yeah, for sure.
At the end of the day, if you wake up every morning, you are very blessed.
Dude, definitely, man.
Like it's, don't know. Live through some shit, and you'll realize that, and you'll appreciate everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Live with gratitude.
Yeah.
Live with just a stoke for life, because it could be as you found out, you can get into some dark places.
Yeah,
if you
man,
don't,
definitely.
And you've just got to
Definitely.
find that spark to fucking keep you stoked, I suppose. All right, let's wrap it up.
Sweet, bro.
Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, man. Appreciate everything.
Thanks for watching, team. Hope you enjoyed that. Get out
Cheers,
there
guys.
and crush your goals, whatever they might be.
Hell yeah.
Pick up a camera.
The Big Young Podcast. Let's go. Real stories, real people, that's the way. From bottom to the top, watch us elevate. Every struggle made us stronger, now we celebrate. Diamonds fall from pressure, man, we never break. Open mind, open ears, that's the recipe. Different paths, same hustle, that's the legacy. Stack wisdom like I'm stacking all these Benjamins. Every setback just a setup for the win.